Welcome to the Community Fund of Darien's 43rd Annual Volunteer Celebration. It's our favorite night of the year because we have the honor of saluting and celebrating our own neighbors who work so diligently and so hard in our community. We welcome the dignitaries who are here this evening to celebrate the generous work of the Darien neighbors. We have U.S. State Representative Jim Hynes is with us. Members of the Darien's Board of Selectmen, Monica McNally, our first selectman, will be speaking, and if I left anyone out, I'm really sorry because I didn't see you. I apologize. The mission of the Community Fund is to inspire people and mobilize resources to strengthen our community. Since our founding in 1951, we have distributed over $20 million to local nonprofits and community initiatives. Since 1979, this is our 43rd year, that we have been recognizing individuals who have made a difference in and around our community. That's why we're here this evening to honor and applaud. I encourage all of you to do a lot of applauding Darien residents who give of themselves to make a difference. I hope they inspire all of you to create the ripple effect and give of yourself in the community. Volunteering is so important to the Community Fund that we established the Volunteer Hub last November. We have 2 local residents who volunteer as our hosts. They will interview you personally and place you in an organization where your interests match. We started in November and we've had many individuals take advantage of our program, so please check it out. We're happy to launch you in your volunteering career. So we updated our celebration this year and we invited our entire community to celebrate this evening. We have the following categories: Outstanding Adult Volunteer, 19 to 64 years of age; Outstanding Senior Volunteer, 65 years and older; Outstanding Emerging Volunteer, 18 years or younger; Outstanding Volunteer Duo; Outstanding Volunteer Team; Outstanding Volunteer Family; and Outstanding New Volunteer. This evening, our presenters will recognize each awardee by name and will read a short summary of their volunteerism. Each summary was written by their nominator because we felt that came straight from the heart. Following the presentation, there'll be a reception. Please join us in the back of the room. This evening could not be possible without the help of our volunteers. I want to personally thank Robin Ackerman, who has crossed every T and dotted every I for the past 2 years. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Kate Nadich, who is a Darien High School student, who is our volunteer photographer today and at our Darien Road Race. Thank you, Caitlin. And thank you, Amy Bell and the fabulous DCA staff for hosting us. You've done this for years. Thank you. The Community Fund Board of Directors, Honorary Board, and staff team are indispensable. Thank you all for your support. And thank you to our longtime sponsor, Brown Harris Stevens. We go way back. They've been sponsoring this event for years. And a great big thank you to Cross Private Insurance for your generous sponsorship. Thank you for making it happen. Finally, thank you to all of you unsung heroes this evening. Our world is a better place because of your generosity. Thank you. We're going to announce each volunteer, and we ask if you are here to please come up, accept your certificate, and return to your seat. Kate will take a quick photo of you, and then at the end we ask all honorees to come back up for a group photograph. We'll then have a reception at the back of the room with Carolyn's absolutely fabulous events. I highly recommend the cookies. I'd like to welcome Amy Bell, the Executive Director of the Darien Community Association.
Welcome to the Darien Community Association, and thank you, Janet. As you know, as a fellow community nonprofit and a long-standing one, we're very happy to continue our strong partnership with the Community Fund of Darien and provide our venue for this wonderful event and celebration of volunteers. The DCA is proud to be the place in our community for nearly 100 years where people gather, give, and learn. And I just wanted to share a few examples just from the last few days of the range of what we offer to the community. Last Friday, 3,000 Easter eggs were snatched up in record time, and I think record time is about 45 seconds, as young families enjoyed a beautiful morning for our annual Easter egg hunt on the front lawn of the DCA. Everyone loves a good book, and we just announced with Barrett Bookstore a May 10th event with actress Juliana Margulies of ER and The Good Wife fame, and we're doing that with Barrett Bookstore. Tuesday, our Board of Directors approved more than $65,000 in need-based scholarship awards, which will be presented later this spring to Darien High School graduates, as well as reapplying DHS graduates who are currently in college. Tomorrow, we commemorate Earth Day and the DCA's contribution to open space and conservation in Darien, our 4-acre bird sanctuary right here on our Middlesex Road property and open to the public. As part of Earth Day, we also celebrate the DCA Thrift Shop, where reused items not only help those on a budget, but support sustainability and environmental efforts. And tonight you're enjoying the DCA in our role as an event venue that is available to all for any kind of special gathering or occasion. Tonight's certainly one of those special gatherings and occasions. So we hope we'll see you soon at the DCA for something else. And thanks again. Congratulations to all of the honorees.
Please welcome Monica McNally, our first selectman.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm going to start with the proclamation. So, whereas the Community Fund of Darien is a leadership organization that improves the lives of our neighbors in need in Darien, Norwalk, and Stanford, by investing wisely in local human services agencies and community initiatives, and whereas for 43 years, the annual Darien Volunteer Recognition Day has honored outstanding members of our community who give their time and talents and resources to help make a difference in the lives of others, and whereas the Community Fund of Darien is proud to celebrate our community's spirit of volunteerism for individuals and projects that have made a significant difference in our town over the past year. And whereas we welcome all of you and are pleased to honor you during this special day. Now therefore I, Monica McNally, First Selectman of the Town of Darien, by the virtue of authority vested in me, declare Thursday, April 21st, 2022, the Community Fund of Darien's 43rd Annual Volunteer Recognition Day. And be it further proclaimed that I encourage every resident of the town of Darien to support the Community Fund of Darien through their generosity of time, talent, and charitable donations to this unique not-for-profit organization, and join me in celebrating all of our outstanding, extraordinary volunteers. This is dated April 21st of 2022. Thank you. So I have a few additional remarks. It's an honor to be here, to have this opportunity to thank all of you for all you do for Darien. Volunteerism is something that I feel very strongly about. The people being recognized here today have dedicated their time, their energy, and their expertise to a wide variety of services and organizations that benefit all of us. The town of Darien simply cannot exist without its volunteers. We run on our volunteers, and it's impossible to even count all of the countless hours that people have volunteered. All of the town boards and commissions, there's over 30 of them, are staffed by volunteers. We have numerous volunteers stepping forward day and night to handle emergencies that come through to the fire department and Post 53. Parents are serving on countless committees throughout the entire school system. Coaches help, teams, all different sports at all different levels, and there are all of the church and not-for-profit organizations as well. We all know that Darien helps state neighbors, whether it's bringing meals to a family that's in need, or groceries to an elderly neighbor, or helping out with giving a ride, or helping out shoveling some snow in the winter. We all know that there are countless ways that our neighbors help each other. And while these may seem like small gestures, we also know how much the people that are receiving them appreciate it. As I read through the list of honorees and all the work you've done, I was so impressed by the diversity of organizations and the variety of programs that are served. Among us today are people that have used their skills to raise funds, communicate messages, and engage other volunteers. Volunteers have dedicated their time to programs for children and teens at the ABC House, the Depot, and the Boys and Girls Club of Stanford. We have people here that are providing pro bono legal work to immigrants and architectural knowledge to our town projects. Others have worked to preserve history by creating the Heritage Trail and honoring Darien's 200th birthday. Looking at you, Al. The volunteers present here include individuals that have aided in the distribution of books to underprivileged communities throughout the world and have helped teach English as a second language. I've mentioned just a few of the services that are being provided by our honorees, but you will learn more as the program continues. When I was young, my dad taught us, all four of the children, that it wasn't enough to leave a place as you found it. You really should work to make it a better place. Darien is a better place for all of you. I am quite sure that if a mountain needed to be moved, I would be looking out at the faces that could get it done. So I applaud you, I appreciate you, and I wish you continued success in all of your endeavors. Thank you.
Folks standing in the back, and I hate when people do this, but there are a few seats up here. Please come forward if you'd like a seat. Please make yourselves comfortable. I'd like to welcome Ned Saunders, who is the Executive Director of Operations for Brown Harris Stevens, one of our sponsors, to present some of our volunteers this evening.
Thank you very much, Janet. It's great to be here. We appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight. You know, this is my 15th year coming to this. Earlier, in most years it was the luncheon, but I do like the forum tonight. So I've been coming for 15 years attending this event, and we're always so honored and proud to be a long-term partner with the Community Fund of Darien. So let's get started with recognizing some of our volunteers. The first volunteer to be recognized is the Outstanding Adult Volunteer, and this is Diane Boston, the Mather Homestead Foundation. Diane is a relatively new member of the Mather Homestead Foundation Board of Directors who has had a major impact in a short time. Her experience as an architect and her education in grant writing and at Yale's Environmental School have made her a uniquely qualified to lead the foundation in the award of a substantial grant to perform a condition assessment of the Mather home and property, which will enable the foundation to property preserve its home and plan for its future for years to come. Diane is also mission-focused and a great partner to those who help the Mather Homestead Foundation fulfill its goals. So let's recognize Diane. Congratulations. So the next honoree is Michael Catano of the Darien YMCA. Mike Catano served on the board of directors for the Darien YMCA since 2015 and as president since 2020, but his involvement in the Y started long before that. Mike volunteered to coach his son's youth basketball team for 5 seasons, starting in 2012. During his tenure on the board of directors, Mike has also served on the Membership and Marketing Committee and Development Committee, along with heading the Executive Committee. Mike's leadership has been instrumental in navigating the Y through the pandemic and rebuilding. When asked in 2020 what the Y means to him, he stated, "The Y is all about community first, about ensuring the vitality, the physical, and the mental well-being of all members of the community to make sure that no one goes without. If someone needs assistance, the Y is there for them. During Mike's tenure as president, he has also assisted in guiding the Y through updating financial policies, increasing our contributed income, recruiting new board members, and creating a succession plan for the future of the board. While his time on the board of directors is coming to an end, it is certain that Mike will always be a supporter and advocate for the Darien YMCA and the community. Come on up, Mike. Thank you. Our next volunteer is Carolyn Cavallo with the Darien Arts Center. Carolyn Cavallo joined the Darien Arts Center as a member of the adult dance troupe in 2007 and has been volunteering and serving on committees since then. Carolyn joined the DAC Board of Directors in 2017 and has served as president of the DAC board for the last year. Additionally, Carolyn serves on the DAC Lighting Committee, which was formed to properly upgrade their theater lighting system. Whether Carolyn is dancing as the chosen adult cast member in our annual Scenes from the Nutcracker performance, organizing friends to attend a theater performance, or selling t-shirts at Rocktoberfest, she always goes above and beyond. Her leadership abilities, impeccable organizational skills, nonprofit knowledge, and overall work ethic make her a valued volunteer leader. One of the DAC board members said it best. Carolyn is the gold standard of what it means to continually generate growth ideas for a nonprofit. She is selfless with her time, brings best practices from other businesses for consideration, strong leadership, and most importantly, really big heart and soul poured into every interaction she brings to the DAC. Congratulations, Carolyn. Our next volunteer is Elizabeth Fitzpatrick with the Building 1 community. Since joining the Building 1 Community's Immigration Legal Services team as a volunteer attorney in 2019, Elizabeth Fitzpatrick has shown enormous dedication and results in improving the lives of immigrants in Fairfield County by helping them apply for and receive the immigration benefits for which they are eligible. During 2021, Elizabeth was the volunteer attorney who contributed the most time to this pro bono legal work. She devotes 1 day a week to holding consultations on immigration issues, and she can be found frequently at the office on other days for client meetings and case preparation. She worked with more than 60 individuals last year on a wide range of issues: naturalization, applying for green cards for eligible family members, helping immigrants who are victims of serious crimes or domestic violence, renewing the status of the DACA recipients, renewing work permits, and helping an Afghan refugee family apply for humanitarian parole. Elizabeth is a shining light for the immigrants she works with and for the staff and other volunteers of Building 1 Community. Congratulations, Elizabeth. So our next volunteer is Christine Gould with A Better Chance in Darien. Christine Gould first got involved in ABC in 2016 as a committee chair for its 35th anniversary gala and worked tirelessly running the live and silent auctions. She joined the board in 2018, immediately took on the role of fundraising chair, and quickly stepped up to be a co-president in 2021. Christine truly wakes up every morning thinking about how she can help each of the 8 students and their 2 resident directors. She is always anticipating the needs of the students and willing to drop everything to help them. In addition to the day-to-day responsibilities of running this program and managing a large board, Christine also volunteered to cook the weeknight dinners for the house. She cheerfully cooks and delivers dinner for 10 several nights each week out of the goodness of her heart. Christine does the work of a dozen volunteers for ABC, and she does it all with a smile and genuine love for the girls and the ABC program. Congratulations, Christine. Next, we have Carrie Kelly of the Darien Foundation. Carrie, who joined the Darien Foundation Board in 2015, puts in extra hours as chair of the DAF Media Committee, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. DAF Media provides STEM and teamwork opportunities to high school students who live stream Darien High School varsity athletics, student concerts, as well as many community events. During 2021, Carrie worked closely with an innovative team at DAF Media to expand programming to include performances at the Darien Arts Center, as well as lecture series at the Darien Community Center. Carrie also serves as our design chair, lending her eye to graphics and visual pieces related to grants, outreach, and benefits. During her tenure at the Darien Foundation, a refrain they continue to hear from their community partners is, "We need a Carrie Kelly." Not only is she enthusiastic and eager to embark on collaborations, she is also perceptive, diligent, and kind as a teammate. Carrie has made significant contributions to the work of the Darien Foundation as well as to the benefit of Darien. Congratulations, Carrie. Next, we have Laura Mosher with the Darien Book Aid. Laura Mosher's volunteer work has been critical to Darien Book Aid's operations this year. Every week, they receive boxes and boxes of gently used book donations in their lobby, and Laura has consistently sorted through the donations every Wednesday morning. This is a crucial role at Darien Book Aid and one that few people volunteer to do. This job ensures that the books they donate to underserved populations around the world are relevant and in good condition, and it also ensures that other book donors will have space to drop off their books when they arrive. Laura is an active board member of the Darien Book Aid and has been co-chair of our book committee for 2 years. She was also a member of the nominating committee in 2021. Congratulations, Laura. Next, we have Rita Mckenna Olsen, the Family and Children's Agency. Rita has been an active volunteer and donor of Family and Children's Agency since 1996. In the past year, Rita has helped organize specific food collections and a winter accessories collection for clients who are struggling with food insecurities and to help keep them warm through the cold winter. Rita recently was voted in as the chair of the board of directors after becoming a member of the board in 2008. And she is also co-chair of this spring's gala committee to celebrate the FCA's 80th anniversary. Rita is also a hands-on food sorter for the Senior Umbrella Services program, which provides free food to low-income seniors living in Norwalk. She is sensitive to clients and their needs, and her warm demeanor and bright smile make all around her feel comfortable. In 2020, Family and Children's Agency awarded Rita the Ann C. Carey Volunteerism Award. Congratulations, Rita. Next, we have Ann Reed of the town of Darien. The town of Darien is honored to acknowledge this volunteer work of Ann Reed during the coronavirus pandemic. Ms. Reed was a valuable resource to the health department by aiding in the coordination of many volunteers needed to hold the 60 vaccine clinics that were held at Town Hall. Her demeanor and organizational skills were part of the reason so many volunteers came back to work at recurring clinics. Ms. Reed also volunteered to work shifts at the clinics herself. She has provided a great service to our community, and it is with sincere appreciation and gratitude that the town of Darien acknowledges Ann Reed as an outstanding volunteer of the year 2022. Congratulations, Ann. Our next volunteer is Deepika Saxena of the Darien Nature Center. Deepika leads the Darien branch of the Pollinator Pathway Initiative along with Juliet Kane. Deepika has served as an invaluable member of the Darien Nature Center's Board of Directors for the past 5 years and works on the community programming subcommittee to the Champion Green Living and Environmental Stewardship. She sits on the steering committee of the Pollinator Pathway Northeast and, in addition to her roles, is in the process of updating their website. She has an ever-evolving organic garden that she started in 2010, full of native trees, shrubs, and plants that provide a safe and native habitat for birds, butterflies, and other pollinators and insects, all free of pesticides and other synthetic chemicals. Deepika has unlimited energy and passion when it comes to the environment and champions changes at the local and state level, whether that be by writing testimony or joining rallies. Through the Darien Pollinator Pathway, she is spearheading the planting of trees in Darien in an effort to combat rising temperatures and flooding in the town. She is also, simply put, just a joy of a human being to know and one of Darien's most passionately civic-minded individuals. Congratulations to people. Next, we have Amy Sarbanowski with the Darien Land Trust. Amy has been on the DLT board for 10 years, and her contributions are tenfold. Amy has worn many hats, many which revolve around her considerable journalistic skills, reporting on many topics during an extraordinary time of growth and evolution for the Land Trust. She has woven together countless DLT press releases, interviews, and stories, and is a stickler for accuracy and professionalism. During the pandemic, Amy began researching and compiling a unique video series on beekeeping and the native gardening and posted on social media. Following these hit series, Amy conceived of a video series to run during DLT's 65th anniversary year in 2021. She again did her research, contacting and interviewing past notable DLT trustees and officers, then edited them for final release. The Darien Land Trust is grateful to Amy for leading DLT's outreach committee for many years and for sharing her journalistic expertise. Congratulations, Amy. Next, we have Kathleen Sartorius with the Family Centers. Kathleen is an English tutor who has been working with adult learners who are learning English as a second language for over 3 years. She gives 2 to 3 hours per week teaching her evening classes, all while juggling her young family. She unselfishly plans her lessons each week and provides high-quality instruction that is relevant to their daily needs, and she also acts as a mentor to her students. In addition to teaching grammar and vocabulary, she educates them about local community resources that will truly make a difference to them as they strive for independence and self-sufficiency. This academic year, Kathleen took on a new challenge and is teaching a higher level group and is focusing on teaching civics. She engages them in a deeply caring way, helping them learn and understand U.S. history and government, which helps them acclimate to our society in a deeper and more meaningful way. This will also be very helpful as they move towards their citizenship process. Kathleen's commitment and love for teaching is deeply inspiring and truly impactful. Congratulations, Kathleen. Next, we have Shannon Silsby of the Darien 2020 Bicentennial Committee. The Darien 2020 Bicentennial Committee is pleased to acknowledge Shannon Silsby for her tremendous work bringing together the Darien Heritage Trail. Shannon volunteered as project manager for the Darien Heritage Trail in the spring of 2021 and has taken this project from whiteboard to installation in 1 year. The trail denotes important historical sites around town. Shannon spent hours gathering the content, text, and images to tell each story, liaising with noted historian Ken Reese, poring through photo archives, and collaborating with other town representatives. Shannon crafted the layout for each marker, coordinated their manufacture and installation, and shepherded the project through the many final town approvals, all while working a full-time job and being a mother of 4 teenagers. Shannon's passion for the project, her attention to detail, her determination in the face of complications, and her expertise in marketing and product management have brought a level of professionalism and excellence to the Darien Heritage Trail. Thanks to Shannon, these markers will be a lasting legacy of rich history of Darien for all of our community to enjoy. Congratulations, Shannon. Thank you. Next, we have Jenny Tarleton of the Depot Youth Center. In addition to being an exemplary board president and volunteer, Jenny Tarleton demonstrates an extraordinary commitment to our community. Jenny has served on the Depot Youth Center's Board of Directors since 2017 and has held the position of board president for the last 3 years. Her work with the Depot has been remarkable. In 2021, the Board of Directors, led by Jenny, engaged in a reflective and thoughtful planning process that resulted in a strategic planning document and led to key changes at the Depot. Jenny led the search for a new executive director and program director of the depot, while Janice Marzano retired after serving as the depot's youth center's program director for over 2 decades. Throughout a year marked by significant change in leadership at the depot, Jenny has helped steer the ship to ensure the depot's mission to serve the students in Darien remains on track. Jenny goes above and beyond in everything she does for the depot. She exemplifies the term unsung hero. Congratulations, Jenny, and thank you. Next, we have Natasha Tomae of the Boys and Girls Club of Stanford. Natasha Tomae has served on the board of directors of the Boys and Girls Club of Stanford for the past 15 years and has volunteered in many impactful ways, including fundraising and connecting with other volunteers to the club. Natasha deeply cares for the well-being of the youth of the club and provides N95 masks, sanitizers, and various PPE items during the pandemic, as well as providing healthy snacks during workout activities and several turkeys to the club families for the past several Thanksgiving holidays. Natasha exhibits sincere belief in the safe and nurturing environment of the club provides and has continued a mentorship relationship with a youth who has gone on to live a successful adult life. Most recently, Natasha leveraged her relationships to secure the Village, a highly desirable new location for Boys and Girls Club of Stanford to host their annual corporate 5K and the title sponsor for the club's annual spring gala. By volunteering and serving on the board of the Boys and Girls Club of Stanford for the past 15 years, Natasha continues to fill a significant unmet need in the lives of Stanford's most underserved and deserving youths. Congratulations, Natasha, and thank you. Next, we have Terry Van de Groff, Darien Community Association. With her understated intelligence, inclusive management style, and breadth of experience in the community, Terry could not have been better suited to help lead the DCA as co-president during a challenging time. One of her noteworthy contributions is her role on the DCA's Technology Task Force to identify, assess, and implement a hybrid event technology platform. Terry not only helped with higher-level concepts and processes, she also continued to roll up her sleeves and assist with the execution of events. In her role as co-president, Terry has a gift for fostering positive and productive group discussions so that participants, especially volunteers, feel recognized and appreciated. When working with the staff, she offers insights and suggestions in an encouraging and supportive way, and they always have merit. Terry embraces all aspects of the DCA's work in the community, whether spreading wood chips in the DCA's bird sanctuary and nature trail or helping to secure donations to the DCA thrift shop. The DCA is grateful that Terry will remain on the board as well as join their scholarship committee to help fulfill the DCA's longstanding philanthropic commitment and support of Darien High School graduates. Congratulations, Terry, and thank you. Okay, next we have Mary Beth Wright with the Domestic Violence Crisis Center. Over the years, Mary Beth has donated her time and energy to countless nonprofit organizations. For many years, she served on the board of the Dwelling Place of New York. She also had numerous senior management positions in the magazine publishing industry. She moved to Darien in the fall of 2020 and has already become an active volunteer and fundraiser with the Domestic Violence Crisis Center, headquartered in Stanford. The DVCC is grateful for Mary Beth's contributions. Thank you, Mary Beth, and congratulations. Okay, next I would like to introduce my co-host here tonight. So please welcome Christina Gregory of the Cross Private Client Insurance Group.
Thank you, Ned. Thank you, Janet, for asking me to do this for you. So I'm going to start by announcing the outstanding senior volunteers. First, we have Kathy Hayne from Family Centers. For the past 4 years, Kathy has been an English tutor working with adult learners who are learning English as a second language. She is deeply committed to her work with her students and brings a joyful and positive attitude each week. Kathy has a can-do attitude and was amazing during the onset of the pandemic when she seamlessly shifted to teaching virtually. She was motivated to learn new teaching techniques and was fearless learning new technology. She teaches intermediate level students the necessary language skills that help them at work and with their children. Focusing on relevant topics and providing robust learning atmosphere in her in-person and virtual classes, Kathy is deeply committed to the program and regularly attends tutor development meetings and participates by sharing teaching tips and effective resources. Her kind and generous spirit is reflective in her relationships with her teaching partners and with her students, who often give her positive feedback on program surveys. Family Centers is grateful for her generous gift of her time. Thank you, Kathy. Our next volunteer to be recognized is Michael Lamou from At Home in Darien. After caring for a loved one, Michael knew that there were other seniors in need of assistance, and he reached out to At Home in Darien to offer his help. Michael has been volunteering with At Home in Darien as a friendly driver for over 3 years. With the utmost patience and compassion, he drives Darien seniors to and from medical appointments, as well as to the senior center and grocery stores if needed. He also accompanies the seniors to their appointments. Michael has all of the attributes one looks for in a volunteer: reliable, friendly, and happy to help. One of the seniors Michael drives shared with gratitude, "I wish to congratulate Michael for receiving recognition of his service to our community. I am always impressed as a passenger when he gets out of his car to open the door for me. It's a reflection of civility of bygone days." At Home in Darien thanks Michael for being a true gentleman and an outstanding volunteer. Congratulations, Michael. Our next volunteer is Bob Marchese, Star Lighting the Way. Bob Marchese has been a member of the Star Board of Directors for many years, who is always willing to jump in and help. Bob is a caring and friendly person who is well liked among the Star Board of Directors and Star staff and clients. He and his wife have attended all of Star's fundraising events to show their support over the years, and Bob has never hesitated to help in any way he can. Bob helps with the setup for all Star events, and no task is too menial for him. Bob is an asset to Star, and they consider themselves very lucky to call him a friend and volunteer. Without a doubt, he has made an incredible difference in the lives of many Star clients and Star staff. Congratulations, Bob. Our next volunteer is Al Miller from the Museum of Darien. Al was an inspired choice of the chair of the Bicentennial Committee and representative of the Museum of Darien in all of the activities.
When Al undertook the role in 2018, it was a daunting task which involved coordinating multiple committees of volunteers from the community, nonprofits, and town agencies. No challenge was too great for Al, including the COVID interruption that ultimately postponed the majority of activities from 2020 to 2021. Prior to 2020, Al organized and led committees focused on publicity, historical markers, and events targeting the entire community, from solemn events like the anniversary day at Slauson Cemetery to the family-oriented beach bash at Weed Beach. When in-person events became impossible, Al quickly switched to online meetings to maintain momentum. No task was too small for Al, whether it involved assembling and disassembling a gigantic cake for the Memorial Day Parade and beach bash, sporting a costume for the reenactment of the raid on the Congregational Church for Heritage Day, or greeting elected dignitaries at opening ceremonies. The tremendous success of the Bicentennial is due entirely to his leadership. Congratulations, Al. Our next volunteer is Don Smith. Don is with the Mather Homestead Foundation. Don Smith has been a volunteer, docent, and archivist of the Mather Homestead since the home was generously donated by the McPherson family, Mather descendants, to the newly created Mather Homestead Foundation in 2017. Don spent several countless hours combing through documents left by the family, which has involved lots of time in the spooky attic. To understand the family's history over 6 generations, Don has written 76 blogs and counting, which have enabled the Mather Homestead Foundation to bring history to life at the homestead. Don is also archiving for all their documents to create a system which will be accessible to the public online. Finally, he is one of their fabulous tour guides who welcome visitors to the homestead and tell stories of the past, always with a friendly smile. The Mather Homestead Foundation would not be where it is today without Don Smith. Congratulations, Don. Our next volunteer is Alec Wiggin of Future 5. Alec has been a vital volunteer member of Future 5 over the past year, and for nearly 10 years prior to that. Alec has been Mr. Everything over his many years, a dedicated one-on-one college coach guiding the seniors through their complicated college application, essay, and finance process. Seminar coach, where he has conducted group workshops on the basics of good writing. Job prep coach, working with students on the interpersonal soft skills needed for the workplace. Bird watching coach, sharing his favorite hobby with our students on an adventure at Cove Island Wildlife Sanctuary. And Future 5 fundraiser, doing everything from stuffing appeal envelopes to advocating for Future 5 with St. Luke's Church outreach in the Darien community. Alec brings his humor, his many life experiences, kindness, and a willingness to share all of that with the young members. In honor of Alec's recent 70th birthday celebration, congratulations, our founder penned the following haiku recently, titled, "Dude Ascending a Staircase." He ascends our stairs, bookish birdman, gentle giant, shares his light, God's love. Alec has touched the lives of literally hundreds of students and staff. The Future 5 is thrilled to see Alec Wiggin honored by the Community Fund of Darien. Congratulations, Alec. Our next category is Outstanding Emerging Volunteers. Lucy Brennan of Open Doors. In 2021, Lucy launched the second chapter of Feeding 500, a student leadership group which helps the Norwalk social service organization Open Doors provide food for those in need in our community. Lucy took on the role of president for Feeding 500 Darien, recruiting 5 teams totaling 25 high school students in less than a year. Feeding 500 Darien has been able to provide the equivalent of over 4,400 meals to Open Doors through fundraising and food drives. Lucy's team also held an incredibly successful holiday food drive that brought nearly 500 pounds of food to Open Doors. Is grateful for Lucy's dedication. Congratulations. Our next volunteer is Hannah P. Gunn. Hannah P. Gunn, the Child Guidance Center of Southern Connecticut. Hannah was approached by the Child Guidance Center of Southern Connecticut to speak about the emerging mental health crisis to St. Luke's Healthcare Club, a group she founded. Afterwards, she wrote an article about CGC's services for the school's paper and organized a fundraiser to benefit our programs. Hannah's passion for community health care helped her see the synergy between CGC's partner, Community Health Center Incorporated, and Operation Med School, a student-run organization focused on educating youth about medical careers, where Hannah has volunteered since 2019 and is now a board member and workshop director. She also asked CHC's senior leadership to participate in an OMS International Innovation Conference she was helping to coordinate, which provided 25 medical and health policy professionals for panels on topics including vaccine equity and telehealth's impact on undeserved communities. Hannah now volunteers at CHC's Refugee Clinic, providing hands-on support to Afghan families across all of Connecticut. Congratulations, Hannah. Our next volunteer is Alexis Lyons of the Darien 2020 Bicentennial Committee. The Darien 2020 Bicentennial Committee is recognizing Alexis Lyons for the work she performed in constructing the Heritage Trail mini-site and oral histories. Darien's Heritage Trail consists of 9 markers placed at points of historical interest to draw attention to the rich history of our town. Alexis created and executed the trail's mini-site presentations focusing on oral histories, which includes 3 audio interviews per marker that are accessed via a QR code. Alexis conducted both in-person and virtual interviews and edited and incorporated them into a mini-site. Due to Alexis's hard work and creativity, the town of Darien will be able to showcase its proud heritage through oral histories to Darien residents, town visitors, and all lovers of history. Congratulations. Our next category is Outstanding Volunteer Duos. Jessica Cahill and Celeste Marsh. The Community Fund of Darien. The Community Fund of Darien is delighted to nominate Celeste Marsh and Jessica Cahill as Outstanding Volunteer Duo for their work on the Community Fund's Volunteer Hub, where they serve as curators and hosts. Celeste and Jessica poured their enthusiasm into creating a high-service model to help Darien residents find the perfect volunteer opportunity. They are on call for Darien residents who are seeking to give their time and talent. They reached out to local nonprofits to assess their volunteer needs and then reached out to the local public to find volunteers. They take the time to meet one-on-one with each potential volunteer so that they may best understand the individual's wants and then place them with a local organization. They follow up with both the volunteer and the organization within a few weeks of check-in. Celeste and Jessica deeply care for that each volunteer finds just the right spot. The Community Fund of Darien is grateful for this dynamic duo for following their hearts to engage local talent with organizations who need help. A match to benefit all. Thank you. Congratulations. Next, we have Joan and Paul Ellis for Person to Person. Joan and Paul Ellis are among the original volunteer drivers for Door to Door, the home delivery program that was started in response to the pandemic 2 years ago. They have volunteered more than 1,400 hours delivering food to our homebound clients, and they continue their 2-day-a-week commitment helping their clients receive food and other essential items such as diapers and household items. Clients who are directly impacted by this program include those who were in quarantine, senior citizens, and parents who needed to stay home with their children learning remotely during the pandemic. Joan and Paul are reliable and flexible, 2 major attributes that are gold in any nonprofit organization that relies on volunteers. Their humble compassion for person-to-person clients and its mission is most admired by fellow volunteers and staff. Congratulations, Joan and Paul. Our final outstanding volunteer team, Karen Brennan, Deborah Hertz, and Sarah Newman of the Strategy Group. Deborah Hertz and her team, Karen Brennan and Sarah Newman of the Strategy Group, have been instrumental over the past 2 years in supporting local agencies and specifically the leadership of at the agencies. On a regular basis, Deborah reaches out with resources, a helping hand, insights, and a regular support group for agency leadership. There is no doubt that through Deborah's efforts, Kids in Crisis is a stronger agency. Congratulations.
Let's give another round of applause for all these fabulous individuals. Thank you all for being here this evening to honor these folks. We invite the recipients to come up to the stage so we can get a group photo, but everybody else head to the back because there's some great treats. Thank you for coming this evening.